us coming together as beautiful beings, I just want to say that I love you, and I'm very passionate about this, so as you can tell. But we got this, guys. I know the world right now feels very, very, very dark, but I'd like to let you know my intuition is telling me that's how we know that we won, and it's okay, and it will be okay. It might sound very naive, but I'm learning to trust my intuition, and I'm claiming this as my reality, and as I would ask my brothers and sisters out there to claim this as their reality. Okay. Hello, guys. No, I'm not gonna start it like that. I'm gonna be talking to you today about consciousness, and the role that I believe it is gonna play in not only your life, my life, their life, and everyone's life. I don't know, I guess this is more for my journaling of my progress with it, and it's kind of like my video notebook, to kind of see where I'm at. I realized it's not about trying to push people into consciousness. It's more of figuring out your ways of expressing it, and it's such a deep level of it. It's so hard to explain. It's not really hard to explain, but it does come in flows sometimes. But so where I'm at right now is I'm doing a lot of reading on it and a bunch of different things with it, and I know it's tends to be a very trendy thing, but for a reason, because I believe that everyone's conscious level and our vibrations are raising, and it's becoming higher. I know people can feel it. It may be hard because there are two different levels of unconsciousness, which can turn into a flow state, which is a very unconscious way, and that's how a lot of people are living, and how pretty much almost the whole earth has been living, is through this mass unconsciousness. And what I believe to be happening right now is we are rapidly going into an era, a beautiful era of consciousness, which is awareness, which is only just, how can you explain it? Why we keep talking about consciousness? What does that mean? Okay, what that means is pinch yourself right now, like that, and then focus on that pinch. Feel that pinch, keep pinching. What does that feel like? That's an energy, right? And then if you really focus, you can focus on how your hand feels when you make circles on it. Or when you're outside and the breeze hits you, if you sit in that moment for a minute, that's awareness. That's the now. There's nothing other than the now moment, right? But in some unconsciousness, we are to believe that there is past and present, right? And a lot of people, we spend our whole time in this amber version of myself instead of the essence of amber, which the essence of amber would be, for example, let's say I'm that thinker, right? I think I'm the thinker, the person that's telling Amber to have so many fears and have so many doubts, and to be scared of everything and to overthink everything. If that's who I think I am, who is listening, right? Stay with me, because I read that in a book, and that line, I believe it was in the Fifth Agreement, or it's either in the Four Agreement books by Don Ruiz. Really good books if you want something to read to kind of get you on a better understanding. It goes way deeper into like love and stuff within his books and his agreements to make to yourself, to kind of help shift into that higher vibration. But he said that, and I read that, and I was like, holy crap, like, yeah, that is true. Who's listening? So if I'm not Amber, and it goes on in the fifth agreement saying, we just give symbols to things, right, to try to make this whole thing make sense, like this whole life thing, right, like this physical life thing, like that tree is the true object, is it's within itself. It's not a tree. We just call it a tree because we have different names for different languages for trees, right? So if you're following, you're following. It's hard to explain, but it's a beautiful thing, I think. It's something that has high energy, and this is what the attraction is to this type of stuff, is that love energy, not the fake love, but the love that you can feel, right? Which some call it God, some call it creator, some call it spirit, some call it divine, universe, you know. There's this is not a coincidence on why there's been religion, why there's been different perspectives on that one thing that we know to be essence, to be oneness, right? That's the now. We don't need to jump there. We don't need to leap there. We need to embrace it, and we need to remember it. And remember it as in a way of a family member, of grandpa, going to their house and spending time with them and loving them. Getting back to yourself. That's where your consciousness plays the part. That's where awareness plays the part. That's where the beauty that we start to remember that we have on this planet, and that we have with all of our beautiful brothers and sisters all across this planet. And through love, we can forgive one another. We can almost jump into this utopia of what was rightfully ours, but just through that present and that beauty and that God, Allah, whatever you call it, creator, is a very powerful thing, because love is very powerful, and that's really what I believe our essence is. And I believe that this has been a test to get us closer to it, and I am excited, and I am grateful to the creator for allowing me to experience this journey of humanness, to understand that the lows can get very low, but we have the choice to live in the now and to take that leap of faith, to trust one another and to forgive one another and to love one another. Sorry, I got interrupted by an ad. Excuse me. But I guess I will just end it here because I tend to go on tangents. Tangents? I believe that's how you say that. I do have this book, and I thought I'd switch to this page, and guess what it said? Look at the pretty picture first. It said, life is a series of sunrises and sunsets, each one bringing its own unique beauty and change. And that's what I'm talking about. I guess that's what I've been trying to get to. Anyways, I just